Welcome to episode 112, How to Find a Style Icon. Having a style icon is more than just idolizing someone for their style. It's about finding that one person, celebrity, relative, or friend who embodies the style you aspire to. Having a style icon is never about copycatting, but it's about finding style inspiration in those key pieces that really bring their style together and evoke the feeling that you're drawn to. In this episode, we discuss why you would want a style icon, how to take inspiration from their style, and suggestions for style icons based on what your true style is. But first, are you frustrated with your midlife middle? The muffin top or extra skin around your midriff that spills out of your waistband is just a fact of life for those of us who have given birth, gained weight, or are just experiencing the changes our body brings with age. So suffice it to say, if you have a muffin top, you are not alone. But as common as muffin tops are, dressing to hide one can be a bit of a challenge. It's one of the most often asked questions I get as a style coach. I've created a video series just for you to help you know what to wear to look great and feel fabulous despite your midlife middle. How to Mask a Muffin Top is a fun video series I created with easy, actionable steps that are quick to implement and that you can do right away. Designed to give you exactly what you need to know how to hide that pesky bulge and feel confident again, How to Mask a Muffin Top is a wonderful resource you can go back to again and again. To learn more, click the link in the show notes and get ready to mask your muffin top stat. Welcome to Style by Mary Michelle, a podcast designed to empower you through personal style. I'm your host, Mary Michelle Nidifer, a master style coach, founder of Style Finder Boutique, and creator of the Style Finder ID system. I'm here to help you know what to wear, how to wear it, and how to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. Let's go. Hello, beautiful. Welcome back. I hope you are having a magical day. Now, today we're talking about finding a style icon because, well, it's almost fall, right? Fall fashion is here. And personally, I could not be more excited. I tell you what, I think fall for me is, and I think for a lot of people, it's that really exciting time of year in fashion where things just come out in full force. Fall to me is really the time where you want to be cultivating your style and confident in your style and really know who you are, what you're wearing, and how you want to put it all together. And finding a style icon can help to guide you. Now, I've talked about style icons for so long, and I have a few myself who I'm going to share with you. But I just want you to know that finding a style icon and having a style icon is so much more than just idolizing someone or looking up to someone because you love their style and then trying to copycat that. It's never, ever about copycatting. Having a style icon really is, it's understanding what you want to embody in your style and finding someone who embodies that essence. Style is defined as the essence of who you are. It's not defined as what you wear. It's defined as the essence of who you are. It's how you show up. It's how you do everything. And today, I know you can't really see my whole outfit today, but I'm going to put some pictures on Instagram so you can go back and look at them. But today I am channeling my inner Rei Kawakubo, who is a Japanese avant-garde designer. And I actually found this beautiful eyelet swim cover-up. At least I think it was a cover-up, more of like a short caftan in my closet. And I got it at Style Finder a couple of years ago and love it, love it, love it. But I really have never worn it. And I tried it on with a belt with some cropped wide leg black pants. And I really loved it. And I thought, if I folded it and then belted it, then it's a whole vibe. And it's not something a lot of people would wear, but it just felt right to me. And when you can find those things that are like, yes, just makes me feel more like me. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm not dressing for anybody else. I'm dressing for myself. And when you can dress in a way that expresses who you are, that's powerful. That's where you don't really care. Why walk around wearing something that doesn't feel like you? It's almost like you're stepping into a lie. But when you can dress for your truth, dress for you, who you are authentically, it's powerful because it's like you're standing in the truth of who you are. It's like you're saying, this is who I am, take it or leave it. And that builds confidence. It breeds confidence. And I like to think that having a style icon is just about guiding. Think of it as like a GPS system. You find a style icon whose style you want to emulate, not copy, but emulate. And then you can take cues from that person's style and try new things. I know just by looking at other people's styles, it helps me to think about things in new and different ways. Maybe you see a color combination that you really like. Maybe you see a way of putting things together that's new and different. It acts as style inspiration, really. And I know I've gotten a lot of style inspiration just from watching people. I was at the beach this past weekend with my child, Ivy, and we were just chilling. Actually, we were at Wrightsville Beach, and it's interesting because the ocean was beautiful. It was so crystal clear. It was green, this beautiful sea green, and I loved it. But it was interesting because some of the shore had started to wash away, and there was not a lot of beach. But I went, and I like to have my chair sort of near the edge of the waves. I have one of those really low chairs. So I like to sit there and let the waves wash over my legs. And I was sitting there just watching people. And I saw a lot of brown swimsuits, which I thought was interesting. And I thought, well, how fitting. Brown is the new black for fall. Hint, hint. Spoiler. So there's a little spoiler for you. But what I noticed were a lot of brown swimsuits. And I saw this one woman in particular who had this beautiful olive color skin tone. And she was wearing, it was almost like a pale rust color. It wasn't peach. It was a little darker than peach, but it was a light rust. And it looked gorgeous on her, but it was very understated, but it was a color that you don't normally see in swimsuits. And I just thought that was interesting. But brown is the new black. And I think finding ways to wear it, to bring it in your wardrobe in unexpected ways, like a swimsuit, that's just where the magic happens. Anybody could wear a black swimsuit or, any other color, but she wore a color that was really well suited to her skin tone. And that made her look more fabulous. So today in this episode, we're going to discuss why you would want a style icon. Why would you want an icon? Well, to guide you, to really give you hints for what you want your style to look like. Because when you can look at somebody and say, yes, I want my style to look like that, then you can kind of break it down. And I'm going to walk you through how to model your style after a style icon. So I do have a few style icons I'm going to share with you, but I will also encourage you. We have a style quiz I'm going to give you the link for in the bio, in the show notes. And I'm so used to saying in the bio on Instagram. Our Instagram, I tell you what, it is still blowing up. It is blowing my mind. We're almost at 200,000. And I found a post that I posted on June 3rd of this year, celebrating hitting 10,000. And we're almost at 200,000, which is crazy. But I love it because we are helping more people. We're having more women reach out and ask for style advice, for tips, for links, for help. More women are coming into the boutique. In fact, we had our team meeting today, and some of the ladies said that over the weekend we had people who came in and saw Camellia and was like, "Oh my gosh, like I've seen you on camera. Now you're here in person." People have come in and worked with Allie, who drove from Tennessee, I believe. People are coming in from all over. And it's really been amazing. So if you are in the Raleigh area, if you are in the North Carolina area, come see us. If you are out of state, come see us. We're actually working on a few options. So if you do want to come in and book an appointment and, maybe have a personal styling appointment. No, I do personal styling myself. I do that. On the higher end, I do work privately one-on-one with clients, but that's not a service that we offer necessarily at the boutique. That's just me as a master style coach. But we are working on some options. So if you do want to come in and do an in-person teal box, that you can do that, or just come in, spend some time, get styled, see the vibe, meet the people. We've got a really awesome team. So come see us. We would love it. All right, let's talk about your style icon. So how do you even go about finding a style icon? Well, my first step is I'm going to send you to our style ID quiz, because I think that the first step in finding a style icon is really to understand what your style is. And if you don't know what your style is, then maybe you just look around and look at pictures and find who you resonate with. But it really helps when you have a word or 2 words or something to guide you. And so I recommend go take our style ID quiz. It's going to give you 1 word, and I'm going to walk you through a few style icons that you might want to think about. So go take that quiz and then come back and listen to this podcast again. The link is in the show notes. Go take that, come back, listen to the quiz. So I'm going to run through just a couple real quick before I get to it. So first of all, you want to pinpoint what your style ID is. Now we have 5 potential style ID words: classic, contemporary, dramatic, romantic, and sporty. Now when I work privately with my clients, they take our full Style Finder ID assessment. So if you want to work privately with me, we will take that and then go on a deeper dive. And that will give you 3 words. My Style Finder ID is dramatic, romantic, and classic. And so the full Style Finder ID gives you 3 words, but the mini quiz gives you 1 word, and that's plenty to get started with. Now, I'm going to give you some suggestions for each of these words. And the first word is classic. The classic, I tell you what, classic, I'm just going to sigh right here, because so many women, when you ask them about their style icon, inevitably will say Jackie O, Audrey Hepburn. Those are the 2 I hear the most. I hear Kate Middleton a lot, Princess Di, which they're all wonderful style icons. But I think so many women think that, okay, they're style icons and that, there aren't very many others. I'm going to tell you this. Anybody could be a style icon. Anybody. A style icon could be a woman in history. It could be a celebrity. It could be a rock star. It could be your neighbor. It could be your mother. It could be your grandmother. It could be your teacher. Whoever inspires your style, there is no limit to where you can find inspiration. You can find inspiration from a woman. You can find inspiration from a man or anyone, really. And so I want you to think about it from the perspective that if you see something that inspires you, take note. That's what you want to bring more of into your style. Doesn't mean you want to look just like that person, but it does mean that there are elements of their style you want to bring into yours. So now, if you are classic, I'm going to give you 3 style icons that may not be quite as common as the ones I just mentioned, because I want you to think outside the box. I don't want everybody to have Audrey Hepburn as their style icon. She's fabulous. Don't get me wrong. I love her. I love her style. But there are so many other amazing women who have an iconic style. So why not take inspiration from them? Now, I do have Kate Middleton on my list because she's a newer style icon. And she's very classic. But she does kind of have a nod to the trends sometimes. She does bring things in a way that are just beautifully done, understated, timeless. And a lot of her pieces have actually become iconic. Think about the pumps. I can't remember the brand name, but those pumps that she was wearing years ago, the maker sold out because everybody wanted Kate Middleton's shoes. And so this is where you can take cues from her. But what about Michelle Obama? I know, and it's interesting. I've heard mixed things about Michelle Obama. Some people love her style, some people not so much. I think her style is great. She's very classic. Everybody has their missteps, right? But she has also had some very iconic style moments. Think of that, politics aside, think of that first day where Barack Obama was sworn into the White House, where Michelle and her girls, they were all outfitted. Michelle had, I still remember, it was like a robin's egg blue sheath dress with a matching jacket, and she had the gloves. And it was just beautiful. It was actually very Jackie O inspired. So I think in some ways, Michelle Obama has Jackie O as her style icon, but she puts her own spin on it for sure. But what about Jennifer Aniston? I would put Jennifer Aniston in the classic category. She's got a great style. She does have a little bit more of a contemporary spin sometimes, but I think the elements of her style are very classic. It's like an updated modern classic. I love her. What did we watch? That show, there was a series on Netflix about the news with, she and Reese Witherspoon were co-producers, but they also starred in it. And I can't remember the name of it, Newsroom or something. It was fabulous. And her style in there, but her style in person, not that I've seen her in person, but when I see her online, her style is very understated. Turtlenecks, she likes wide leg pants. She rocks a great pair of skinny jeans. And she's got some just really signature looks that are all very understated. Now let's talk about contemporary. If your style is more contemporary, that means what's most important to you is being on trend. And so a few style icons that you might resonate with, Bella Hadid, she's kind of been one to watch lately. She's got a great style, a little bit edgy. She bears her midriff a lot and she looks fabulous. So if that's not something that you want to do, don't discount her. Don't look at her and say, well, I don't wear crop tops. I'm not going to let her be a style icon. What elements from her style do you love? What elements could you take from her style? This isn't an all or nothing approach. Maybe you have 2 or 3 style icons. Maybe you love the way Bella layers, or you love her color choices, or you love her shoes or her signature pieces. What could you take from her style if you resonate with her? And you may not. Now, Reese Witherspoon, she's another great style icon, but she's a little bit more contemporary. I have talked about her a lot because she's got such great style, but I think her style is very relatable. A lot of these style icons, their style is a little out of touch. Her style is a little bit more relatable. And jeans, she loves to wear heels. She loves her designer handbags, a great pair of sunglasses. And if you look up pictures from her, and this is what I recommend you do, get online and search Reese Witherspoon style. You'll see tons of different pictures. And then you can just take cues. Well, what do I see? What do I like? What do I want to bring into my style? And someone who's come into popularity recently on TikTok, Jennifer Wang, her style is very edgy. It's very contemporary. It also has a little bit of classic to it, just a little bit. But she is very into fashion, very well known for being at Fashion Week and just rocking her style. She's got some really edgy style. So she's definitely right up there on trend. Now, if your style is a little bit more dramatic is you're all about standing out, wearing something that's unique. I'm dramatic. I don't like to wear anything. I don't like to walk into a room and somebody else has the same thing on. That's my idea of a nightmare. Because I like to express my individuality, and it's just how I'm wired. Now, Zendaya, however you want to pronounce her name, she has a great dramatic style. She loves to color block. She loves to wear things that are unexpected. Definitely has a unique style to her. Now, she's also got an incredible body, and she does wear a lot of things that reveal her tummy or her back or her arms. She's got the figure to support it. So if there are elements from her style that you like, but you may not be quite as in shape as she is, doesn't mean she can't be a style icon for you. Take what works. And we're going to talk about how to make all this work in a few minutes. Carla Rockmore. I love Carla Rockmore. Now, she has been billed as the Carrie Bradshaw of TikTok, or the real life Carrie Bradshaw. And I found her on TikTok. She's fabulous. And I would love to get into her closet. That's for sure. But Carla I would say her style is very dramatic. Carla is not a people pleaser when it comes to her style. She is not afraid to be herself. And whether she's wearing a really funky, oversized, edgy dress, or she's rocking a skimpy t-shirt and jeans, whatever. But Carla is my age. She's in her 50s and she's so much fun. So go follow her if you're on TikTok. Cher, oh my gosh, Cher was over the top dramatic, but Cher had incredible style. That woman knew how to present herself in a way that nobody else could. And she set herself apart. Now, her style was, for the most part, very theatrical. And you may or may not want to bring that into your style, but I think there are elements to that that certainly could be brought into the everyday. Some of the textures, some of the styles, some of the colors, some of just the lines. Now, let's talk about romantic. Romantic is just, it's about being feminine. It's about items that have a tie to history or that tell a story. Florence Welch, Florence and the Machine, Florence Welch. Oh my gosh, she has such amazing style and she looks so good in everything. I love her style. I see her in a lot of flowy dresses, very vintage inspired or lace. And with her flowing red hair, she's stunning. She is truly stunning. Anne Hathaway. Anne is a little bit more understated in terms of romantic, but very sensual fabrics, very feminine cuts, very ladylike, and she's a great style icon. What about Taylor Swift? Taylor Swift is definitely romantic. Lots of lace. I mean, sure, you might see her in jeans and a cute top, but there's a little bit of romance to it. There's some definite femininity to what she does. Now, if your style is a little bit more sporty, it means you're about comfort. Zoe Kravitz would be a great style icon if your style is more sporty. No, she would be perfect. Julia Roberts or Jennifer Garner. Their style it's very approachable, relatable, comfortable. And sporty is not necessarily about being athletic or working out. It's about comfort. And comfort could be jeans and a pair of Birkenstocks. And I think all three of those are known for jeans and a pair of Birkenstocks or something similar. So, all right. So let's talk about once you have a style icon that you've pinpointed, how do you go about bringing their style or elements of their style into yours? Well, first of all, what we just talked about, focus on your style ID. Let's say my style ID is dramatic, and I'm going to say, Cher is going to be my style icon, which, that's not necessarily mine. But then what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about number 2, lifestyle. You want to dress accordingly. And if you pick a style icon who's known for a style that doesn't necessarily work for your lifestyle, it might be tricky, but it doesn't mean it's not a good fit. And so think about it. Lifestyle. Well, my lifestyle is pretty easygoing. I work from home or I work in the boutique. I do get out and speak. I go to a lot of events, but I don't necessarily dress up that much. And so Cher may or may not be the right style icon. Are there elements I can take from her style? Yes. But I might want to go for somebody who's a little more understated, who's a little more relatable. Or maybe I just think about, well, what elements do I want to bring in to my everyday style? And so think about choosing a style icon who, when you Google them, you could see yourself wearing what they wear a lot on a regular basis. Let's say you are a lawyer and you show up in the courtroom quite a few times a week, and your style is more classic. Michelle Obama would be a good style icon, I think, or Kate Middleton. Some of the pieces are not going to relate to the courtroom. However, you can take their clean lines, their matching ensembles, their understated details, and you can apply that to your style, whatever you're doing. Number 3, you want to be sure to choose your signature pieces. So first of all, you want to notice, what are your style icon signature pieces? As I mentioned with Reese Witherspoon, heels, dark wash jeans, designer handbags, aviator sunglasses. Those are the pieces that punctuate her look. And so if she takes those signature pieces and puts those with just about anything, it's going to put her stamp on it. Taylor Swift, I think of her and I think of her hair put up in a beautiful lace dress. And not that she necessarily wears that all the time, but that's what I think of. And so What elements could I take? Well, I could bring more lace tops into my lifestyle. I can't necessarily wear my hair up right now because it's a little bit short, but there are certain things I could do. Maybe I could curl it more or add more volume or just wear some romantic jewelry. So choose your signature pieces. As I mentioned with Zoe Kravitz, Julia Roberts, Jennifer Garner, Birkenstocks, relaxed jeans. Well, if you like those pieces, okay, great. Let those become yours if they work for you. So find your style icon signature pieces and then decide, how am I going to put my own spin on it? It doesn't mean you're going to wear the exact same Birkenstocks and relaxed jeans. It doesn't mean you're going to wear the same handbag that Reese Witherspoon has. But it does mean that, hey, if she has a statement designer handbag, then I want to have some sort of a statement handbag. Doesn't have to be designer, doesn't have to be exactly like hers, but having a statement handbag and statement sunglasses, that's the inspiration that you take. But then number 4, you want to adapt and overcome. This is where you want to look at what your style icon's signature pieces are, and then ask yourself, do those work for me? Do they work for my coloring? Let's say your style icon dresses all in black, or all in pale colors, or all in metallics, or all in pink. Does that color work for you? Adapt and overcome for your body type. As I mentioned with Zendaya, if she bears a lot of skin, she's in great shape. What if you say, hey, that doesn't really work for my body right now? But it doesn't mean she can't be your style icon. It just means that you adapt your style to your body type. You take elements of her style and you bring it into yours in a way that flatters your figure. It doesn't mean you have to do the same thing. Take your features, your considerations, your elements of style, and then you can put it all together to work for you. Again, this is not about copycatting at all. This is not about wishing that you looked like Bella Hadid or Kate Middleton. This is about saying, hey, that's Kate's look. Let me find my style. It's not copycatting. It's simply taking inspiration from someone else and then tweaking it. And by adapting and overcoming, what you're doing is you're molding it to fit you, to suit your lifestyle, your body type, who you are. Not everything from a certain style icon is going to resonate with you. And that's a good thing because you want your style to be set apart. And then number 5, rock your style like you're the style icon. Now, what I mean by that is you want to do what gives you confidence. Let's say Elton John is your style icon. I just was talking to somebody about Elton John the other day, and that came up, and I thought, you know what? He's got a really distinct style. And one of his couple of his signature items, funky suits, bold colors, and wild sunglasses. So let's say you want to take some certain elements from his style. You want to bring in some bold colors in your suiting. You want to have a great wardrobe of bold glasses. Well, you're not going to copy Elton John, are you? You're going to find things that work for you. And you know that feeling when you put something on and you're not sure? If you're stepping out and you're taking a risk to express your style in the best way possible, you want to feel amazing. You want to feel like you're stepping into more of yourself. You want to feel like, yes, this is me. This is like my second skin. You don't want to step out and feel like, ooh, I feel like I'm trying too hard to look like Elton John. Ooh, I feel like I'm trying too hard to look like Iris Apfel. Ooh, I feel like I'm trying too hard to look like Reese Witherspoon. If you ever feel like that, something's not right. And your confidence level should be your guideline. How do you feel? If you put it on and you're like, yes, then, well, yeah, that's a yes. But if you put it on and you're like, well, I'm not sure. I always say not sure means no. Not sure means no. If you cannot say without a shadow of a doubt that it is a heck yes, then you want to forget about it. Walk away, do something different, tweak something, find another style icon. go in a whole different direction, or just keep playing with it. But if it is not 100% yes, then it is 100% no. Because at the end of the day, when you walk out the front door, you want to feel like you are the style icon, not like you're trying to follow in someone else's footsteps. And that is what's going to make all the difference. All right, I'm going to go back through these real quick. So, step number 1, focus on your style ID. Go take the style ID quiz. The link is in the show notes. And then pinpoint a style icon. Usually you can just do a search on the internet or pay attention to people around you and decide who's going to be your icon. And again, you don't have to stop at one. Number 2, lifestyle. Find an icon whose lifestyle matches up with yours, ideally. Now, a lot of style icons are celebrities and they might dress more than we do. However, there are elements of their style you can relate to. And if you can't, maybe you want to go with somebody different. Number 3, choose your signature pieces. Take cues from your style icon and then find your own. Number 4, adapt and overcome. Having a style icon is never about copycatting. It's about taking inspiration from someone and then cultivating a look that works for your coloring, your body type, your lifestyle, your style. And number 5, rock your style like you are the style icon, because you know what? You are. You are already beautiful and amazing and fabulous. And when you can find a style icon to give you style inspiration, my hope is that it's going to help you know exactly what your style is. It's never about copying someone else. It's only about taking inspiration so that you can be the best version of who you are meant to be. Thanks for tuning in to Style by Mary Michelle, where women come to get dressed in 7 minutes or less. If you enjoyed this podcast, I invite you to leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or wherever you're listening. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Style by Mary Michelle and shop our boutique at shopstylefinder.com for the best in upscale casual apparel. Better yet, if you're in the Raleigh area, come see us. We're located in the North Hills Shopping Center, the premier shopping district in Midtown Raleigh. For details and links mentioned in this episode, be sure to see the show notes. Have a beautiful week.